The final scene in Spider-Man No Way Home gives us what I think is currently the best version of a Spider-Man costume in the MCU, at least one worn by Tom Holland. Of course, we don't really get the best look at what it looks like, but there is some details that we can gather from why it looks the way it does. Specifically, the fact that this costume is made as a tribute to Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's version of the character. So when we look at Tom Holland's suit at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, it's quite obviously something that's more homemade than anything he's worn before outside of the proto suit we see in the films. Now, also when we take a look at it, we see a few more connections to previous iterations of the suit that were worn by Tobey Maguire in the trilogy, and of course Andrew Garfield in his duology. And while we do not have the biggest glimpse or sort of insight into what the suit looks like, we can tell that there is clear inspiration from both of those previous iterations, and this was recently confirmed. The suit, the Spider-Man logo, the webbing on it, the colors, everything is directly inspired by him having interacted with the two other Spider-Men. Now, what's more important about this isn't just that it's sort of hearsay, it's the fact that it's in the script, which was published by Deadline, where at the end of the film they talk about Spider-Man, how he leaps out the window, how he swings and soars by the Rockefeller Christmas tree, and there they describe his suit, again referencing that it is influenced in design, look, and its aesthetics by the Spider-Man he met. And this, to me, again, just goes all the way back to him finally becoming Spider-Man. You know, you could say, and now if you really look at the bigger grand scope of the story, him finally getting the whole "with great power comes great responsibility" bit, what he's been through, that he was sort of like a Spider-Man Junior almost, you know? Like he was growing into the Spider-Man role, and now he is Spider-Man. So he's got a proper homemade Spider-Man suit made by himself that's influenced by everything that came before. And again, I really just love everything about this. I love that the script confirms it, because you look at that suit at the end, you're like, yeah, you could tell, you know, the webbing looked slightly raised, not like too much, but just slightly raised off of it, like there's some depth to it. Then you look at the colors, you look at the new emblem, quite clearly taking inspiration from Andrew Garfield on the emblem part, and I overall just love all of it. You know, that film, start to end, love just about everything about it. That suit at the end, I cannot wait to see clear images of it, and I cannot wait for that hot toy. I'm telling you guys right now, you're going to want this one, and you're going to want to pre-order it when it goes on sale, because it's going to sell out, and it's going to be hard to find and expensive. Trust me.